Hey everybody, what's happening? Welcome back to the Star Wars headquarters, and today DICE revealed all of the official details about Count Dooku in the new community transmission that just released, and we're going to talk about Count Dooku's abilities, emotes, victory poses, star cards, and more, as well as details on what modes Geonosis will be coming to tomorrow. So all this is happening tomorrow on January 23rd, including some changes to Force abilities that I'll be talking about in this video as well. So we're going to jump into it. But first of all, this update, this community transmission, unfortunately, it didn't include any new screenshots or our first look at Count Dooku. And the community manager responded about this and said the community update video should hopefully be tomorrow of Count Dooku. And then they are working to try and get a screenshot of Count Dooku out today. So I was disappointed, of course, like you guys, that we didn't get any first look screenshot of Count Dooku in this community transmission, but they're going to try to get that out today. So the moment they release the Count Dooku screenshot, you betcha we'll create a video for you guys and showcase what Count Dooku officially looks like in Battlefront 2. Now let's move on to the details revealed about Count Dooku in the community transmission. Starting off with this, so it says, a master duelist, Count Dooku excels at close combat with a lightsaber and can deflect lightsabers easier than other lightsaber heroes. So where Obi-Wan Kenobi was the best at blocking, it looks like Count Dooku is going to be the best at deflecting lightsabers. So again, Obi-Wan was best at deflecting blaster fire, whereas Count Dooku is going to be the best at deflecting lightsabers. Now, it goes on to say this: calculating and confident, you should approach Count Dooku with caution. Count Dooku will be available to unlock via credits only, costing 35,000 credits. So just like the other heroes, he will cost 35,000 credits. It then goes on to say this about his Sith Lord appearance. The default appearance for Count Dooku comes in the form of his Sith Lord outfit, complete with brown cape. So I cannot wait to see this in action. And again, tomorrow it looks like we're getting the complete community update video for Count Dooku, which I cannot wait to see. Now let's go on to his abilities, starting off with this one, Lightning Stun. So it says, Dooku unleashes a very quick lightning stun that throws all nearby opponents to the ground. The damage is reduced for each extra target up to a maximum of 5 targets. So this ability, guys, sounds extremely powerful, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this pairs with his lightsaber. Will it be too OP? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. And then his next ability is called Expose Weakness. It says, this ability targets a single opponent and causes them to become affected by a number of detrimental effects. Anyone targeted by Expose Weakness will have their movement slowed down, will receive increased damage from all attacks, and they will become highlighted for Dooku throughout the duration of the ability. Should the target be defeated by one of Dooku's attacks while Exposed Weakness is active, the cooldown is instantly refreshed. So that one also sounds extremely powerful as well. Now his third ability is called Duelist. This one's really interesting. So it says, this ability begins by Dooku raising his lightsaber up to his face and then down to his side, readying himself for combat. Once activated, Duelist will improve his lightsaber attack speed and damage for a short time. While active, Dooku will change his attack sequence, now dueling with one hand behind his back. So that's my favorite part about this. Once you activate Duelist, he'll put his hand behind his back, and I cannot wait to see that. We already made a video showcasing what his animations look like, on top of Obi-Wan Kenobi, because someone data mined that. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, finally, it says dodge. It says his dodge is also on a shorter cooldown than others, and with more charges available, making him a formidable foe for anyone that goes up against him in close quarters combat. So with all of this in mind, Count Dooku is sounding extremely powerful. I cannot wait to see him in action. This all sounds very cool. The question is, will he be way too OP? Again, We'll find out tomorrow. But let me know what you think of all this in the comments, guys. Hit that like button again. Share this video if you are excited for Count Dooku. Let's try to go for 2,000 likes in this video. And then let's talk about his emotes, because we cannot forget about that. So these are his official emotes right here, including foolish, brave but foolish, looking forward. I've been looking forward to this. Powerful. I've become more powerful than any Jedi. And then control the Sith, control everything. So those are his emotes. And then these are his victory poses right here. So I'll put that list up right here. I am superior. You should reconsider. Unimpressed. Not worth the effort. But let me know. Let's go back to his emotes. Let me know which one is going to be your most used emote for Count Dooku. Now, I'll just put this up on the screen. These are all of his voice lines. I won't read them all off. If you want to pause the video here and take a look at all of his voice lines, be sure to check it out here. He's got some really cool and iconic voice lines in Battlefront 2 for sure. Now, we cannot forget about Count Dooku's star cards, of course. So these are a list of his star cards. We'll start with this list of star cards, which include Sith Control, where, of course, Count Dooku has increased maximum health regeneration. Rising Power, where Count Dooku defeats an enemy trooper, he regains 20 health. And then when he defeats an enemy hero, he regains even more. He's got Finesse, where Count Dooku drains less stamina when blocking and attacking with his lightsaber. And then moving on from that, he's got Blind Spot, where his lightning stun has a larger area of effect. He's got Last Seconds, where his lightning stun has a faster recharge rate, but its range is also reduced by 1 meter. And then Superiority Star card, where Expose Weakness is active on the enemy for a longer time. And then Dominance, of course, where it says Count Dooku's enemy target takes more damage while Expose Weakness is active. Now this rounds up the star cards here. It says Masterful Duelist, where Count Dooku deals even more damage while Duelist is active. And then Balanced Duelist, where he reduces the recharge time of Duelist. So there's all of his star cards. Let me know what is going to be your ideal star card setup for Count Dooku. And then, of course, we're going to take a look at his milestones right here. So he's got Too Easy, So Weak, and Stay Down. So you can take a look at all of those milestones right there. Feel free to pause the video, take a look at that right there. But those are his milestones. And then that wraps up all of the details about Count Dooku. But we're not done yet, because we got to talk about Geonosis. This is what the community transmission had to say about Geonosis coming to other game modes starting tomorrow, January 23rd. So it says, Geonosis will be coming to Heroes vs. Villains and Blast, where you'll be able to experience the Geonosian canyons on a smaller scale. The planet will also be available within Custom Arcade, making it the perfect opportunity to get some practice before jumping into Galactic Assault. So that's really interesting there. I'm curious to see if the Custom Arcade map is going to be the same as the HVV and Blast maps. They didn't really specify there, but I'm sure they are. Well, what really makes me curious about that, though, is it says it'll be available within Custom Arcade, making it the perfect opportunity to get some practice before jumping into Galactic Assault. So we'll see which map ends up in Arcade. I'm sure it's going to be the same one as the Blast and HVV maps. Now, there's also some fixes coming to the Force powers tomorrow as well. So it says they fixed several issues with abilities not always registering due to map geometry factors. Force heroes whose abilities reliability should be improved include Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Luke Skywalker, Rey, Yoda, Kylo Ren, and then Iden Versio's stun droid, as well as Emperor Palpatine's electrocute, have also been improved. Now, if you're wondering about Kylo Ren's frenzy ability, they are also working to improve that as well, and that will be included in tomorrow's update with all of this stuff. So it says they fixed several issues with Kylo Ren that affected the gameplay of Kylo Ren's frenzy ability. It is now finding targets better and successfully doing multiple hits if only one target is available. If there are several targets, Kylo Ren will jump between them, and a targeting system has now also been added for the ability. So I'm curious to see how the targeting system works. It then goes on to say this: as a result to the above changes to Kylo Ren, the Bloodlust Star card has now been changed so that Kylo Ren deals additional damage per strike instead of increasing the amount of strikes. The possible total amount of damage that can be inflicted on a target is now 360 points. And then there's also some fixes to Obi-Wan Kenobi, including this one. They fixed an issue where Emperor Palpatine's Chain Lightning could damage Obi-Wan even when blocked. So that's been fixed as well. And then finally, they have some fixes for the Specialist, including this one. Said fix an issue where the Specialist would cause too much melee damage when attacking from the back with the Stealth Star card equipped on Epic. Melee damage from the back should deal 150 points. So if you're like me and you've gone up against Specialists who are just taking you out with the melee, you know, that looks like that's been addressed in tomorrow's update as well, which I'm really thankful for, because again, it's really annoying to come up against a Specialist who can just use that melee and abuse that ability. But there it is, guys. There's all of the details that were in the community transmission. There were some other minor updates and changes, so I'll leave a link to the full community transmission if you want to read up on all of the other minor updates, but I was sure to include all of the major updates in this video for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, stay tuned right here at the Star Wars headquarters for that Count Dooku screenshot and community update video. Hopefully we get our first look at Count Dooku today, and hopefully DICE gets that screenshot out as soon as possible. And again, once I do that, I'll make another video for you guys, and we'll take a look at Count Dooku and what he looks like in the game. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you did. Feel free to share it out here, and I'll see you guys next time. May the Force be with you, always.
Wow.